This is the Yoru though, so he can bypass it. Needs to break it. Munchkin has been given up already. Right in front of him. 2 on the contact point. It's good.
Oh.
Something finds another. And they already secured that A site in the blink of an eye. Look at how far Devi has pushed up on Halls here. He's the first Vanguard for the moment. Holding, whiffing. He's going to go down, but at least he's got that information for the rest of Paper X.
Yeah, it was a good hit nonetheless, and you know they know that there are players coming from Bridge, coming from Halls, and that just confirms a lot of it.
Okay, dash in. Thatcher's very aggressive into this as well as uber confident, but of course, Paper X just going to be playing that post plan. Something coming around the corner, repositions, has to help out his team. Right at the precipice of the smoke, push from Texture. In a second, he can. 5 bullets, dashes right in, finds another one, and he picks up the 4K. Texture, as the Des was mentioning, not having any opportunity to showcase his duelist, but here comes the dueling potential for something as he pushes up onto Orange. Any tricky business? Spots one, getting into the astral dimension, goes out, flashes. He still challenges. Something's got to make something happen here, and he does get it. Follow up by Monyan, but Caron's holding on. 3 versus 3, spike planted down. Yeah, Munchkin's coming around the corner here on double doors. They're just waiting for him to drop down already. Forsaken's right here for the first contact, but gets punished by Meteor. He's going to be alone by himself. 1 versus 1 though. Devi, unknowing of where his opponent might be, not spotting Meteor, getting closer and closer. He might not even know about this. There it is. No more utilities for Meteor, so it's a straight up start of the defuse. Devi playing and will be winning the gamble on the peak. He's already on this operator. There's not really much utility that can really punish him, but okay, gravity well activated, stuns as well, and that's going to be, as the dust settles, 2 kills down against Gen G. Paper X have somewhat of an advantage here. Oh, still pushing through the smoke! Butchera with a double kill, triple kill, why don't you? And Mindfreak is alone by himself on Halls. Caron's just so fast at being able to just get these punishes. Mindfreak's giving away his position. Of course, Texture's not going to miss the beat. Reckoning coming in from double doors, and he already finds one. Caron could be in a world of hurt. The flash is out, but he's out of harm's way. Back of the side is going to be Meteor, using the cyber cages to give him a bit of positioning here to roam around. But something quickly deals with him, but Caron finds Forsaken through the off-cam kill. Oh, big flash from Lakia. Oh, they don't even expect it.
He can't use the Viper's Pit.
Yeah, Mindfreak is just by himself right now.
Here.
I mean, there's even the smoke coming in from double doors. They have really segmented the 2 players of Paper X, but the buy. He's hoping to be the savior here. Mindfreak's been given up out in the open. Texture, he's got everything, but Devi takes everything away from him, and that's going to give Paper X a round. They're just going to bring the whole enchilada on that B site.
Yeah, why not? We know we can avoid that op. We can just go straight for Meteor. We can go straight for Munchkin, take out those 2, and then we have the site. Seekers were deployed by Lakia, though, and he's already here to reinforce. Oh, something's trying to get that through.
Yeah. 2 on the interior of the site, excuse me. Monyan trying to find somebody inside of smokes, and it is so confusing to be in all of that positioning. Somehow, it is Gen G getting on top of things. Monyan, no ultimate for him, so he's stuck here until Devi comes in. So he is waiting to block away that control at the back of the site, where you already see Caron getting closer. He might not be spotted, as well as Texture coming in from B main.
Yeah, that's the main thing. They got to watch all exits, all entrances of this Viper's Pit. Texture could be the linchpin for Gen G.
As a shot denied, Shorty's good. And look at this! Caron picks up the 4K.
It's back to a 3-on-3. Of course, Mindfreak wanting to play off the Hunter's Fury, but he knows that there's a potential play coming through.
Another one. Meteor gives himself a bit of space. Push left or right. What it's going to be the right. He wins, but he's down to 5. Oh, this is going to be so bad. Difficult even for him. Natural Drift activated. It could be very difficult, but Texture's already pushed up all the way through elbow. They're not going to know about this, but he whips. Thankfully enough, he has Lakia right beside him to help him out. Paper X are dwindling in numbers. Mindfreak finds something with the Yodin.
I go to spike.
And he brings it right back. 3 versus 3. Plenty of walls. And they calm themselves down to plant the spike even. Not going to happen just yet. Monyan has control of the back of the site here. Ultimate activated right now by Mindfreak. Big flanks coming in from Munchkin. So the time for Monyan to make something happen is very minuscule here. 2 versus 1. Caron now backing himself away. Gonna double up with his teammate. And this is the perfect time for them to try working their magic against the one. What is this TP? Did he try to pick up a spike? No, he's just trying to reposition for the fight. Very aggressive from Monyan, but it's not going to work out. Because they don't have that Sentinel, they just have to start peeking and pushing, and as well as just getting that contact. Shots through the smoke, able to get Lakia, the push out from Texture, and he finds something. Could get another one. What a flick from Texture. Down to 25.
He is holding a bit of an off angle though, so Divide can't really just waltz right through that door.
On mid though, that's going to be Monyet by himself. Does have the paranoia. I'm not sure if he actually spotted the other one. Texture, oh, that door closes. The opportunity for Divide, even thinking it could be mid.
I mean, he's got a bit of time, but Texture is the main one to look out for right now.
Did they just barely miss each other? Look at Divide. I think he heard the drop down too. Texture's about to just peek out. The Divide, can he be able to reel it in for the round win?
But at this point, only 30 seconds left. They have to hightail it to B, and as long as Meteor can do the same thing that he's doing right now, Gen.G might have a better time in this round.
Oh my goodness, Mindfreak couldn't really do anything. And the rest of Gen.G gonna be walking up to B.
10 seconds.
It's all up to something. He's got a Guardian. The aim god, okay, good on the first. Gets the second one instantaneously, but he's dropping in HP and bullets and everything. And it's down once again to Monyet. Oh, was that a tag? It was. Look at how just waiting patiently at the back of the site, and even finds Monyet trying to reposition and have themselves Charon's Cosmic Divide. Monyet finding Meteor through the push on A main. This is what they want. They want to stop these multiple angles of attack, go for a little bit of coverage, and the flashes is so good that Gen.G just have to rub their eyes and wait for the blindness to dissipate. And as it does, Munchkin's by himself, Forsaken.
His team and other means. Main thing though is for Divide to stay alive right now.
Oof, well he can, especially because of those flashes. But the punishes from the Reckoning as well as the Hunter's Fury does get the value something, just jumping in and out with the shorty.
I got the spike.
Numbers still favoring Gen.G. All of them now on the site. What's the damage here? What's the capabilities? Monyet wreaking some havoc outside of Arch. But he's alone. They haven't picked up the spike. He can reposition into this, and he's got everything. Shrouded Step, Paranoia, and there's smoke. Gen.G realizes, wants to actually double up. They want to use the numbers in their favor. Monyet, did he hit all of them? He did! He repositions! My God, Monyet!
He's
down to one bullet. He has to change, either reload or change, which he does. And Monyet almost gets it, but Munchkin.
And then you still got to watch out for those players up inside A main. How do you break this?
Monyet, though, he's vertical, dude. He's got the high ground advantage, and he is using that to actually get the one up. Viper's Pit, use the snake bite to get a little bit of damage. No one's defusing the spike, and Munchkin through the smoke. Oh, this is going horribly wrong for Paper Rex. Someone's gonna have to start defusing it. Someone's gonna have to hold him. Munchkin, what can you do? Absolutely everything, as he actually has bought enough time. They die to the event horizon, and that's gonna be Gen.G with 2 rounds advantage, closing up. Oh, he's so alone. Oh, he is so dead. Oh, this is not looking too good for Paper Rex. Forsaken doing the same thing. No flashes, and he absorbs his opponent right in front of him, gets full flash, but the trades from Paper Rex are actually working. Shot through mid. Oh! Something gets it! He even finds the lurking Meteor. And all of this because of the shock darts coming in from Mindfreak. Lakia will plant the spike. Monyet does not chase for him or tries to punish him. So it's the double up from the both of them. Something coming in from the White Swing, and he's had enough.
Karen actually lurking out around mid.
That also, and well, there you go. He finds the one pick onto something here. There's the quick charge out. Tailwind was actually saved up by Texture, so he has capabilities to enter the site. Forsaken's not going to know about Karen here. Or does he? The Reckoning actually spots him out 14 seconds. Let's see what the battle comes in through the mid. It's going to be Forsaken. Spike, though, should get planted. It's all down to Forsaken for now as he waits for Divide at the back of the site. Backs away, but Texture! What a reposition! What a challenge! And what aim has this top fragging Korean brought to the Gen.G roster? And he gains the 1 kill for almost everything here. There is no money for Paper Rex right now. Forsaken, okay, that's one. Mindfreak's gonna have to go big, which he does. Oh, this drone. 3 versus 1. Oh my God, Divide doesn't even have any smokes to supplement himself. He just has the weapon in the corners, and that spike is just dwindling down ever so closely to exploding. He does find Texture, but I mean, Karen's just gonna activate Gravity Well. Whoops, whoop. That's about it.
They know they got it.
He's got no time, man. That's gonna be it. And Gen.G got themselves map 1 in this series up against Paper Rex.
I mean, that's the other thing. It's just that this is a map that, you know, PaperX can study game tape off of because Gen.G did play this, you know, against RRQ. So having an idea, you definitely have that something that is feeling a little bit more swift, a little bit more fluid.
Did something get in? Oh, I thought he got into the door. He opened it himself. Here's the fight. They're gonna try to go for the pitch very quickly. And PaperX, this B site, there is no solid ground here. It is all quicksand. You gotta move, or else you're just gonna fall into the depths of the bullets. Meteor's by himself. That spike's already getting defused, and PaperX, solid start on the pistol. Yeah, there's the Hunt activated already. Forsaken's ready at best, but there's too many numbers here. They've committed the fight, they've lost the weapons, and they're losing numbers right now. Monyet's gonna have to hold this by himself. He is down to a very dangerous amount of HP, and something all down to him. Thankfully enough, the rest of PaperX, they've done somewhat their jobs, as they have lowered the meters, the life of all the Gen.G players down to half. It's a lot more digestible for something. Vandal indeed in his hands. He's already activated Tailwind, but Gen.G's not biting. They know they have the numbers advantage. They know the spike is planted already. So something's going to be put into such a decrepit state.
It was a bit of information for Forsaken nonetheless. We've got some smokes up. We've got Monyet and Mind Freak available, and they're trying to work their way in. Getting those heads-up duels will be advantages.
There's the NT, not nice try, but the Neural Theft activated. Meteor still holding on, man. He is a force to be reckoned with, but Mind Freak comes up to win. Time is going to be enough to defuse that spike. But man, oh man, if Forsaken didn't pop off there, I should've get around. Meteor, his timing is going to be very crucial. Forsaken chased a little bit too hard, and he has the lockdown. He can activate it right now, let the rest of his team come in, or use it as bait, force the rotation away from PaperX, and go elsewhere.
And that's the best thing that Gen.G has going for them right now. The number of options that they have thanks to Meteor getting that first kill. But now, committing over to the B side, paint shells in, it buys PaperX a little bit of time for something to come up with the judge.
He knows someone's right behind him. But since they haven't picked up that spike, he can just be as patient as possible, hold for the rest of his team. That's all he really needs to do. Texture stayed, not gonna do much damage, but he does pick it up. Something's got a cloud burst. He can get closer and closer here, create that tempo if need be. But the one that's gonna have to hold the most is Meteor right on top of that B site, which he does, leaving Mind Freak in a 2 versus 1. They've doubled up onto the corner here. They got a shot at step. He's got a shot at step. But he's waiting patiently, but you mentioned it already, man. They're stacking up, and he can't do the high-low. Too slow, and that's going to be Gen.G with a round advantage.
Lost paint shells to deny spike plant, but look at how Texture is hunting.
Oh my god.
Out of charges.
He barely dodges that, gets out of harm's way. But that's the power that they've got. Big kill onto Munchkin there, though, but Meteor's still holding on Rubble. If he can hold on to this position, his teammates can rely on him to hold that long angle right now, but not available anymore. Texture throws the nade from up above on Heaven, so they know that somebody's at least up there as he tries to reposition. The rest of PaperX coming in closer, something floating, stinging like a bee. That nade is going to be so strong. Lakia, wow, over-analyzes the situation and gets punished for it, but Texture, it's all in his wheelhouse, baby. Smoke does dissipate, so Devi very quickly will be able to get that refract.
Tempo trying to adapt to it, but it burns down the timer. Look at the clock, Aserai.
Look at this, though. Gen.G can actually go for that link, and if something is too slow into this one, even if he escapes this, he's going to get pinched in. Unfortunately for PaperX, Meteor gets it once and for all. Monyet comes in here with a showstopper, and the rocket goes boom, boom. That's going to be Monyet get the finalizing kill.
You know, they called in that timeout. They want to suss out information and get a feel for how PaperX is defending this time. But something's not going to make it that easy.
Oh, that's way too many people close up in the face of Monyet there. But as that door keeps closing and opening, they don't know how many players have already exited, how many players are still holding. It's holding. It's Texture, one down. Something. Ooh, overflex. And that's Meteor. He can call back his teammates if he wants to. There it is. Lockdown available. And Meteor opens up the A side by pure sheer power.
I got to see the replay on that. Watch them run. I mean, it's so interesting and off-putting how Gen.G is approaching the map. It was a half buy. You just had this squad of stingers. But guess what? Here comes Forsaken, and the spike plant goes down.
Yo. This man might not be the Guardians of the Galaxy, but he is the Guardian of Lotus. 4 kills for Meteor on a Guardian, man.
So approach from something re-peeks and holds the angle. Defy comes in for an information play, but doesn't find all too much.
Ready for that.
But here comes something.
He's got a tailwind again, so he can get out of harm's way if need be, but over peaks. That's going to be the death of him. Monyet's now trapped here on drop. That Haunt supposedly giving away position, but somehow Forsaken manages to squeeze his way through the back of the side, leaving Charon by himself and Mind Freak for the pinch. That's the thing that we've seen for the most part is people will just, do basically this. Commit the Rumble plays, and Gen G, those nades are very, very deadly. My god, Texture, where'd that flick come from? Mind Freak. I wonder if there's a world where Meteor tries to stab Mind Freak here if he over pushes or doesn't even check the corner, but
no.
Play it safe.
Current teams, no.
For you if you're trying to push that. Speaking of pushing though, is the C. Zoom in past Monyet. Whoa, I love this! The double jumping PRX!
Yo, but they still got the shot, man. Whew. So although Monyet makes it through, has a Bulldog, can't go up against Munchkin now. What?
Last player
All right,
standing.
down to something with a Marshall. 3 versus 1.
Party's over.
Makes it a quick 2v1. Okay. That spike is very much out in the open for him. He's got a dash, he actually repositions. But wait, does that angle actually work for him? It's very risk, so he has to try to do something here. Oh my god. Oh, he even got the crosshair in the head near the... Again, you don't want to play that close and hope for accuracy. You just want to go for the pellets first of this shotgun. Munch is going to be first on the pedestal. He's getting very close. I don't know who's going to get this one. On the corner, he will be dropped down by something. Coming in right now is going to be Monyet using that showstopper of his to delay even further. Meteor's getting in closer. Lakia as well. They need to make something happen here, and it's all down to Lakia. Good for the first. But there's so many just high angle position from Paper X. Frantically trying to get control here of C. Doesn't matter if he is alone or with teammate. What a dodge from Mind Freak! Oh my goodness! They're trying to rally behind that showstopper of Texture. Great flash from Charon, and it's all Monyet alone.
With open arms on the other side of Link.
Texture's trying to delay as much as he can at the back of the site, hoping that he can stop the Monyets, but he will not. Lakia coming in to pinch, at least stopping some of this massive map control that Paper X has gotten on that A. Spike will get planted, and it's all about the retake here for Gen G. Okay, Defy does find Munchkin here, making it a more palatable situation for Paper X. Lakia opening the door. The Forsaken finds him with an Odin. Meteor's gonna just have to run away here, or just stay in the site, whichever. They're already pretty rich, so they can just buy up to the next round anyways. So he can make this into an expensive endeavor for Paper X.
Live, and Defy is having fun.
I'm just gonna stay quiet here and let us just enjoy the laughs of Defy. Make that your soundtrack, ladies and gentlemen. But as I was spewing some nonsense words, we've already seen some great impact actions here from Gen G as something's been taken away from the board. Again, Gen G still threatening a lot of that control on Rubble. This means that it's only down to really Monyet to entry into the site. Defy activates, but Meteor is here to just again anchor things. Denies access into that C site, and Paper X will have to scratch their heads a little bit here. What happened? We tried to push in and actually fall on our heads. This Meteor repositions for this right angle. They might not know about this, and they will never do, as the smoke really just makes it difficult for them to gain any
way too much.
Control.
There's so much delaying that the rest of the Paper X members on the other side, if they go into this, it's not a favorable numbers duel. Something kind of losing to Charon on the other side of the map as well. It just doesn't quite work out for them. So Gen G gets to extend their lives in this map.
30 seconds left.
Yikes, that Haunt. Truly going to be the nightmare there for Paper X, and you say it already, man. Okay, they open the doorway into tree. Oof, Texture, here you go. Inside the smoke is going to be Charon. And Paper X are pushing blind into the site. They gotta just go for that big contact. Something. Finding Munchkin.
30 seconds left.
Showstopper activated. Does that stop the plant on the spike? Yes, it will be. But it's trade for trade here, Quack. It's not the end of the world. Something repositions. Almost gets hang by the rope side. Lakia pushed out. Something exploding at this point. There's the plant on the spike, 2 versus 1 for Meteor, but Meteor has truly been a miracle worker at this point. They're backing up into the corner and something finds it with the 4K, and we are going to map number 3. Blot out completely, that being this one as well, as we can see here on Market. But Genji's very aware of this, and Davai was almost taken down, but the separation, though, does allow them to get the pickup onto Munchkin. Now, the rest of Paper X is going to be holding back the site, and they're just going down to work. Genji not in a comfortable spot, and they're just going to have to try to wiggle their way out of this as we turn into the 2 versus 1. But this could be a quick transition if Meteor can find some good timings on this, but he gave away that location of his because he threw out the camera. Waiting for, or just letting Paper X cook for the moment, but since they have to, some of their players have to go for the half shields, that Outlaw, absolutely terrifying. Texture's already here at the front lines, and the damage, the aim, the lethality absolutely felt. Forsaken pushing in, picks up so many weapons. This man is an absolute Inspector Gadget. Charon.
Can't reload.
Oh, man. He's waiting for his teammate, though. He's waiting for something. Who has the wingman? Oh, no, the stun. The way he actually loses is he does not. Charon! 2 headshots, holds it off even through the pressure of utility chasing him down to the ends of the earth.
And on characters whiffing, so Charon just pops off, and now back to it. Paper X does not want to let up.
Yeah. Holding a very high angle here, not gonna get spotted, so he will get some damage in, but Meteor somehow manages to get that backside control already, opens it up. Will not have the North up for the moment at least. Dizzy activated, Paranoia huge. Is he really gonna thrash for the overkill? I love this! And Lakia, welcome! Okay, I was about to welcome him. Ducks himself in the corner. They might not be able to clear him out, and he might get the best sandwich position of his life. He needs to do something right here and now, which he does. The buy does go for the trade. No walls just yet. He actually boosts himself up. What a chat moment here from Divine. Texture left on an island. He's got the showstopper. Divine, say your prayers. And that's going to be that Genji.
Into these operator as well, so unless they can get clear vision, it's going to be so difficult for them to break through. And that's a great way to start.
Absolutely. Meteor into the corner here. Loving the use of the wingman to actually clear corners rather than defuse the spike. If he gets a target, that's an immediate concuss for you. And Texture's just so far. Even if he can win some of the fights here, he's just way far from stopping something from defusing that spike. They have to start holding some crossfire angles while they start defusing the spike, and he's using his teammate as some sort of third POV info gatherer. Not gonna allow them to push up just yet because of that toxic screen. And here comes the contact, and Texture is coming out on top of this, and it's somehow working somewhat favorably for Genji for a moment right now. But again, no plan on the spike just yet. Numbers still favoring the Korean side though. Something comes in with the operator, dwindles the numbers a little bit. The TP comes in around the corner. How close does he know? Very close, he knows about it.
Seconds.
Oh my god, no way, Meteor. And he's out in the open field, man. Out to just...
Maybe, but it's a full 5-on-3 retake. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the worst possible opponent they wanted to give the kill for, but again, there's nothing really that Genji could have done, and very bad. Anyways, everybody's blind up until this point, but that snakebite, man, they're just coming into this. We'll call this the Paper X grinder. Pushes it up. There it is, 2 remaining players on Genji, now down to Lakia. He is lighting things up like a Christmas tree.
Crazy. Dizzy out as well.
Oh, okay, they're gonna keep fighting this one. But look at how cleanly Paper X are just breaking them down. This wall is separating fights from Genji. They can't even create these crossfires anymore. And now here's the number game. But Genji strikes back, leaving Mind Freak by himself. Does he have the time? Does he have the utility? Does he have the angles with the Sheriff?
No.
And that is a resounding no. But Monyet is very much controlling this back angle for now. Devi also leading it, or rather defending the gap.
Planted.
So it's a pretty clean take here from Paper Rex. They just had to use a bit of utility, but it works solely in their favor.
Still though, that fight across the pillars. As soon as Device stays back.
Can he get his ace? Oh yeah, he can. There it is. That makes sense. In such a tight bind, if they realize this, they might be able to push at the back of the site. But at this point, Munchkin and Charon, they try to feed off of it. Paranoia into the corner. This is going to be a very tricky time for Paper Rex. And they're going to have to try to do a lot just to get into that site. Quick little res for Lakia, or rather for Forsaken, but immediately gets refragged by Lakia. Thankfully enough, Monyet was there to punish.
Trade's good enough, but Texture on the flank.
Okay. Boom. That was quick. I was dear life. Thrash activated once again here by something. Devi holding mid control. Lakia wins that out. So at least they have to deal with the possible flank. But control of the site and timer started to tick down here for Paper Rex as that spike has been planted down. Okay, Paranoia is activated. This is good. They're using this to bounce Texture off with the showstopper. Flash out for Forsaken. Oh my god, how did they actually get these punishes? But still, Charon lights up the entire house. 2 versus 1. Monyet coming into the corner right now. And it's all up to him. Can he get it? First one. Very low in HP, but Lakia locks it in. 12-6, and Gen G hold on. Enough. A guiding light could actually be a punishing play here, but the bait and switch for Paper Rex, they immediately knew what was up. Meteor, though, yep, mentioned it. Quick to go for the trade, but Monyet, unstoppable at this point, just keeps going in, and it's trade for trade. But Paper Rex, as these dust settles, as these fights come to a conclusion, is looking to get a little bit of the advantage, and that is just enough for them to. It's gonna be big for him. He needs to find something right now with this flank.
He wants a gun.
Because Texture is about to get sandwiched in. He's found himself that Phantom, as you were talking about. But something's just too quick. He's just too good, and he's just too fast, and that's going to be that for this series. Paper Rex claim it.
Nice little setup towards the end there from Gen G, but of course Paper Rex dismantles it with gunplay and just moving up front bit by bit.